Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Nirvani and today we'll be doing this chapter called as LPP. We're going to do the word problems of LPP. Please take down the sum. A manufacturer can produce tricycles and bicycles. A manufacturer can produce tricycles and bicycles which must be processed through two machines A and B. A manufacturer can produce tricycles and bicycles which must be processed through two machines A and B. Right? Now, let's see this. Remember, whatever product you are producing, you write that on x-axis. So you are producing tricycles and bicycles. So this is tricycles and bicycles which must be processed through two machines A and B. So whatever I have dictated, I have converted that into tabular form. Continue please. Machine A has a maximum of 120 hours. Machine A has a maximum of 120 hours. Machine A has a maximum of 120 hours and machine B has a maximum of 180 hours. Machine A has a maximum of 120 hours and machine B has a maximum of 180 hours. Now guys, let's see this. Maximum of machine A is 120 hours, maximum of machine B is 180 hours, right? Continue please. Manufacturing a tricycle requires 6 hours on machine A and 3 hours on machine B. Manufacturing a tricycle requires 6 hours on machine A and 3 hours on machine B. 6 hours on machine A and 3 hours on machine B, right? And manufacturing a bicycle requires 4 hours on machine A and 10 hours on machine B. 4 hours on machine A and 10 hours on machine B. The profit on tricycle is 45 rupees. The profit on tricycle is 45 rupees and bicycle is 65 rupees. Formulate an LPP. Right? I've made the table. We will say that let X and Y units of tricycles and bicycles be made. Therefore, you would say that the LPP is as follows. Since it is profit, you need to maximize this. Right? Profit, that means you need to maximize. Maximize Z is equal to 45X plus 65Y. Profit is equal to 45X plus 65Y. X is tricycles, Y is bicycles. And the conditions that they're giving you will be subject to 6X plus 4Y. Maximum it is available for 120 hours. That means it is available for 120 hours or less than 120 hours. Similarly, 3X plus 10Y is less than equal to 180. X is greater than equal to 0, Y is greater than equal to 0. Right? You always write this statement at the end that X is greater than equal to 0, Y is greater than equal to 0. Right? Take on next sum please. Sum is over. Take on next one, please. A small manufacturing firm produces two products A and B, produces two products A and B, processed through two machines, foundry and shop machine. Product A requires 10 hours on foundry and 5 hours on shop machine. The respective figures for product B. The respective figures for product B are 6 and 4. The maximum capacity of foundry is 60 hours and of shop machine is 35 hours. The profit on product A is 30 rupees and product B is 20 rupees. Let's start. We'll say net X and Y units of product A and B be manufactured. We'll say therefore the LPP is as follows. Since it is profit, you will say maximize Z is equal to the profit function, that is 30x plus 20y subject to 10x plus 6y. Maximum it is available for 60 hours. That means it is available for 60 hours or less than 60 hours. Right? 5x plus 4y is less than equal to 35. X is greater than equal to 0. Y is greater than equal to 0. Right? Take down another sum, guys. Food X contains Food X contains 6 units of vitamin A, 6 units of vitamin A and 7 units of vitamin B. Food X contains 6 units of vitamin A and 7 units of vitamin B and costs 12 paisa. Food Y contains 8 units of vitamin A and 12 units of vitamin B and costs 20 paisa. The minimum daily requirement of vitamin A and B is 100 and 120 units. Formulate an LPP. You will say let X and Y units of food X and food Y be purchased. Right? So you will say therefore the LPP is as follows. Right? LPP is as follows. You will have maximize Z is equal to 12x plus 20y subject to maximize. No, it's cost. Since it is cost, you will minimize. If it is profit, you maximize. For cost, you minimize. So minimize 12x plus 20y subject to 6x plus 8y. Now minimum daily requirement, that means I should consume 100 units or more than 100 units. So it will be greater than equal to 100. 7x plus 12y is greater than equal to 120 and x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. Will get x is greater than equal to 0, y is greater than equal to 0. Right? Next, take down next one please. Two different kinds of food A and B. Two different kinds of food A and B are being considered for weekly diet. The minimum weekly requirement of fats, carbohydrates and proteins. The minimum weekly requirement of fats, carbohydrates and protein is 18, 24 and 16. 18, 24 and 16. 1 kg of food A, 1 kg of food A contains 4, 16 and 8 units. 4, 16 and 8 units of these ingredients. And 1 kg of food B, has 12, 4 and 6 units of these ingredients. The cost of food A and B is 4 rupees and 3 rupees per kg. Formulate an LPP. Formulate an LPP. Right? We'll say let X and Y units of food A and B be purchased. We'll say therefore the LPP is as follows. Cost, so therefore minimize. Z is equal to 4x plus 3y subject to 4x plus 12y is less than equal to 18. 16x plus 4y is not less than, greater than equal to 18, because minimum requirement. I need 18 units or more than 18 units. 16x plus 4y is greater than equal to 24. 8x plus 6y is greater than equal to 16. X is greater than equal to 0. Y is greater than equal to 0. Right? Next, take on next one please. A company produces two models, M1 and M2. A company produces two models, M1 and M2. Model M1 requires requires 4 hours on grinding and 2 hours on polishing. 4 hours on grinding and 2 hours on polishing. Whereas model M2 requires 2 hours on grinding and 5 hours on polishing. 2 hours on grinding and 5 hours on polishing. The company has two grinders and 3 polishers. The company has 2 grinders and 3 polishers. Each grinder works for 40 hours a week. Each grinder works for 40 hours a week. And each polisher works for 60 hours a week. Now guys, I have 2 grinders and each grinder is going to work for 40 hours. So 2 grinders will work for 80 hours. Each polisher works for 60 hours and I have 3 polishers. 60 into 3, 180 hours. That's the maximum time. Okay, let's move on ahead. Profit on M1. Profit on M1 is 3 rupees and profit on M2 is 4 rupees. Formulate an LPP. Formulate an LPP. Formulate an LPP. We'll say let X and Y units of M1 and M2 be sold. Therefore, I can say that the LPP is as follows. Profit Therefore maximize z is equal to 3x plus 4y subject to 4x plus 2y is less than equal to 80 because maximum it is available for 80 hours. 2x plus 5y is less than equal to 180. X is greater than equal to 0. Y is greater than equal to 0. Fine, do you get this in here? Right. We'll stop this here for today. Thank you very much.